Every fall, for just a few short weeks, the high country of the Cascades turned to gold. These are larches, one of the few conifers that shed its needles each autumn. And when they reach their peak, hikers come from all over the region to see them. But there are quieter ways to reach them. Today, I'm heading up a stretch of the Pacific Crest Trail to Cutthroat Pass, right in the heart of the North Cascades. Hi, I'm Jameson, the Kilted hiker, and on this channel we explore the wild corners of Cascadia. And today, we'll be chasing those larches. I'm here in my Airstream studio, so you get a little sneak peek at my creative space. Before we head out, I wanted to show you something new I'm adding to the story. These are beautiful maps created by artist and cartographer David McCloskey, who spent decades mapping the Cascadia Bioregion as a living landscape of watersheds, mountains, forests, and rivers. This one focuses on the Salish Sea area, where many of my adventures will take place. Cascadia is often described as a bioregion, defined not by borders, but by watersheds, mountains, climate. And within it, you'll find smaller regions, each of these with its own character. From the coastal waters of the Salish Sea, to the dense forests of the Western Cascades, to where today's journey leads us, the high alpine landscapes of the North Cascades. As new episodes come out, I'll be marking locations here on the map, slowly building a record of places explored on this channel. One detail I especially love is that the map includes a poem by local poet Robert Sun. I actually had the pleasure of knowing Robert years ago. I even played music at one of his readings in Laconer, and he later became one of my regulars at a little cafe I owned back in the day. You've probably heard the term national treasure. Well, I'd say both Robert and David are bioregional treasures. If you're interested in these maps, I'll put a link on my website where you can learn more. So, back to the larches. Today, we're heading here, Cutthroat Pass, along the Pacific Crest Trail in the North Cascades. So let's get going, shall we?
October's turned us over to the big dock again. Yeah, the big dock is sailing in. Big dock is coming. Alright, well, traveling alone gives me time to work on songs. And, yeah, I'm aware that it's not going to be snowing up there in the mountains today, but the snow is coming. So I'm heading to the top of Cascade Pass, and snow is scheduled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was showing snow up there, so getting into mid-October now, so any day they could shut down the pass for the whole winter, so this will be the last trip up there. I'm choosing Cutthroat Pass Trail. I'll talk more about that when we get up there, though. About an hour into the drive, and it was a slow rain at first, and it's picking up the closer we get to the mountains, into the foothills here. So I think the forecast, I checked it yesterday, was not too bad. I think this is supposed to clear up a little bit this afternoon. So one could hope, at least. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see you further down the road.
Time is coming, I can feel it in the air. I can see it all around us in the layers of the wind. The stories that we share. Big dark is coming, I can feel it in my bones. It wraps its arms around us as we huddle in our homes. Take shelter from the cold, taking shelter from the cold. Even on the darkest day, know you feel it blue. Then you said I'm coming back to you, coming home. There's some of you among us who lost somebody dear. Just hold them in your heart and remember them here. Even if you shed a tear, yeah, remember her. Even if you shed a tear.
And I'm off. Parking lot was full. The main parking lot. I got the last space there. It is in the 30s. So this is the first time I've been in the 30s. Not all year, but in ages. First time this season. So I'm gonna try to get moving here, get my body warmed up. Right, so I stopped for a little break there. Was just about to break a sweat, so time to shed a layer. And the AG1 that I drank a few hours ago has officially worn off, so I'm gonna eat one of my caramel bars, my energy bars, so hopefully this will keep me going for a little while. If you want the recipe for this, by the way, I'll put it in the notes. It is delicious. Looks like we're going to be coming out into some view areas up here, and man, it's a lovely day. Now on my way. Caught my first glimpses of these golden larches, and they're pretty. I think they're just about the perfect stage right now, with snow expected in a 2-3 days. They'll come the first frost, they'll lose their needles and shed them. So now's the time. Trail's not too busy. I've passed maybe 5-6 groups of people, all going the same direction, all going up. There's a lot of bear poop around here too, in the trail. The campsite that was back a little ways, there's some bear poop right at the entrance to it. Yeah, I'm a little over an hour into this, so onward. Mental note, this is a wonderful campsite. I'll throw the coordinates on this so you know, and I'm making a mental note to maybe try to camp here next year on this day, because it's a fine time. It's quite empty right now. Right. Getting close to the top, probably another half hour or so. It is beautiful. I'm right now in the thick of it. I don't know if I'll rise above it going forward, but yeah, they're just golden. Golden color everywhere. I'm so glad I came up here. This is my first attempt using the dual capture feature on the. I just got the iPhone 17 Pro, so it's pretty neat. I don't know how I'll use it, but it could be a cool feature on some stuff. You could at least warn me if I got a bear behind me, right? My goodness, you know, I was expecting to see some golden colors, but nothing like this. This is just unbelievable. Brings joy to my heart. Most of this has been in the shade. Curious if the sun's gonna come up over that hill anytime soon. Well, as can happen on a sunny day in the Cascades, it's starting to sprinkle on me. If I wasn't moving, it'd be kind of cold. It's probably low 40s now. If I had to take a wager, Hopefully I'm getting right to the top here too, so I should be able to see down the other side shortly. Hopefully I won't be coming face to face with a storm cloud, but if I do, so be it. Oh, looks like a little ways to go here. Looks like that wouldn't be too bad of a camp spot either. Maybe room for 1 or 2 small tents. Oh, here we go. Up a little further. Got a nice spot right there. Yeah, this might trump that last spot I saw, so I'll go ahead and throw these coordinates down for you too. Sun's trying to push through there. Almost to the top here. Well, made it to the top and it cooled right down. There's a breeze up here. There's some really nice campsites up above too, right where I am, but they are exposed, so this seems like a good spot for me to enjoy the view east, I think, and yeah, enjoy a little substance. Standing here at Cutthroat Pass, you really see how this landscape opens up, a natural corridor through the North Cascades. While my imagination conjures up a dark and murderous past, Cutthroat Pass takes its name from the native cutthroat trout, found in the waters below, including Cutthroat Creek. Long before this became a hiking trail, these ridgelines were part of seasonal travel routes used by indigenous peoples moving between west and east sides of the Cascades. Today, this stretch forms part of the Pacific Crest Trail, but like many trails in these mountains, it follows paths shaped long before the 20th century. And just like the people who've moved through this landscape for generations, the larches mark their own season. For a brief window each fall, they turn the high country gold before winter casts her blanket over the high country.
What a girl wakes up with the dawn, 4 o'clock in the morning, gray sweatshirt on, she tiptoes down the stairs and out the back door. She's all alone but for the robins and the crows. Dawn breaks open, there's birdsong in the air, and she's there, she's always there, in her dreams and her bare feet running, quiet listener, wild heart and soul. This is where, this is where, this is where she is meant to be. belongs among the cedars and beneath the moon. And stars, this is where, this is where, this is where she is meant to be. She's been at this for a long time, walking slowly to the riverside. She's come here to go down in the water. She'll do it herself, go all the way under, all the way under, all the way under, all the way under. This is where, this is where, this is where she is meant to be. This is where she's meant to be. This is where she's meant to be. This is where she's meant to be.
I'm about to dip down into the forest, so one last look up there. And the ridgeline way up there. What a fun trip though. As you could see, when the larches reach their golden peak, people come from all over the region to see them. This line of cars stretches not only down Highway 20, but also up the road toward the Cutthroat Pass Trailhead. Most of these hikers are actually heading across the highway to Maple Pass, one of the most popular fall hikes in the North Cascades. By choosing Cutthroat Pass, I was able to find a little more breathing room, and as you saw, the larches were just as spectacular. A little more mileage means a few less people. If you're planning a trip up here, I'd recommend getting to the trailhead by about 8 a.m. to stay ahead of the crowds. Thanks so much for joining me on this hike, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Almost to the top here.